Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Everybody standing for the national anthem of Croatia. A truly great anthem. Now, can they do better? It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
There's the whistle, and here we go. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I know people are probably going to knock me as being biased towards my trade, but when you have someone like this fellow, Josko Guardiola, on your side, it's hard not to pick him out. Such an extraordinary defender with an unconventional style, incredibly quick, and so good at carrying the ball.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Ronaldo! Superb!
What a perfect way to spark the game. The perfect statement of intent, the perfect timing, and the perfect finish.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Yeah, it tempted and teased the keeper into thinking he could get to it, but it just eased away to catch the inside of the post.
Croatia finding themselves unexpectedly behind. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Rafael. Takes a shot! Sharp and fitting, but not quite.
Rafael Leao certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
He shifted it to the flank. Perisic has it in a wide position. He has found the way through. Modric. Portugal already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. Cristiano Ronaldo! And he hits the net. They are purring, truly purring. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Portugal are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Rafael Leao, great vision. Vuskovic gets across to intercept that. Stanisic, in with the challenge. João Neves. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Flashes it, getting up there! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
He's had it taken off him. Portugal looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Baturina, 40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. Perisic in acres of space out wide. It's a goal kick. João Neves. And it's Vitinha. Can he get on the end of this? Modric. Sucic. Mendes does really well to win the ball there. Bruno Fernandes. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the whistle goes for half-time. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Portugal firmly in control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline. Portugal can make their change now with a break in play. So, into the second half. It's a pretty loose pass. Portugal come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy. This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Sucic, played out to the left flank. Perisic finding himself in space. And a header! He will be livid with himself. João Cancelo. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Early stages of the second half, and still two between them.
Vitinha powering full. He's gone for goal! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Portugal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Cristiano Ronaldo has fallen kindly here. Denied by an instinctive save.
Rafael Leao actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. João Neves! Nearly, but not quite.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Portugal perhaps contemplating their next change here. Now, has he got the beating of his marker here?
Great feat, that.
Baturina simply refused to be outdone there. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! So, third corner of the game. Vuskovic can get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Great ball if he can get there. Now this could be a chance. Vlasic! Another one of football's and how moments.
Oh, that miss could really prove costly. They don't want to be missing too many of those.
Cristiano Ronaldo under intense pressure.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get tighter.
Oh, he refuses to take the bait. Elects to cross. He's for chance for a shot. And he's following up. Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So here comes the substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Portugal find a position of real strength now. Pedro Neto. Nicely shaped ball. No luck with that dink over the top. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Crosses it in, chance! And no mistake! And that is as far as it goes. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Cristiano Ronaldo picking up the Man of the Match award. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Everybody standing for the national anthem of Croatia. a truly great anthem. Now, can they do better? It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
We're up and running then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I know people are probably going to knock me as being biased towards my trade, but when you have someone like this fellow, Josko Guardiola, on your side, it's hard not to pick him out. Such an extraordinary defender with an unconventional style, incredibly quick, and so good at carrying the ball forward. Keep your eyes on him.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Bruno Fernandes. Here's Rafael Leao. Guardiola kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Ronaldo gets on his bike and on the move. Tries one from range! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Portugal really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo, and he welcomes it in. Stanisic, still goalless at the moment. Closing in on, he's had a shot!
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but...
Here's a chance! Stanisic. Croatia are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Bruno Fernandes, Rafael Leao, and it's Cristiano Ronaldo! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. And it's Sucic, looking for options for movement. Decent chance! Goal! Croatia! There was to be only one outcome.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
And here's Chris. He'll try from distance!
Cristiano Ronaldo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Here comes the cross. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. And that brings the first half to a close. It's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Portugal unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Vamos saudar os nossos rapazes com uma salva de palmas. Substituição para Portugal. Número 17.
The second period is underway.
Portugal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Stanisic finding himself in space. He leaps for it. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Portugal come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Looking for the run. Gonzalo Ramos. Well read, and the danger is averted. Stanisic does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Portugal still behind, thanks to that solitary strike. Nuno Mendes. Bruno Fernandes. Vitinha. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again. And a chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Portugal with the corner. They're first. Mendes. Big chance! In he goes again. And that's a sharp finish. Portugal are level. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Portugal restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Now it's Baturina. Threads one in. Good read, needed to be. Portugal still have the cards to affect this game. Tries to play it through. He's going for goal! Oh! Fantastic! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Portugal leading now.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
That is good progress on the left. All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. Portugal have themselves a chance from the spot. The players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Livakovic must save this. Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
Pinches it off him.
Croatia really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Tries to pass it through. Now it's Vlasic. And he shoots! And no mistake. They have stolen level at the last. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
It just goes to show you what determination can...
And after a brief check, the referee blows his whistle. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and out. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Everybody standing for the national anthem of Croatia. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were a...
Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, fantastic from Ronaldo!
What a perfect way to spark the game. The perfect statement of intent, the perfect timing, and the perfect finish.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. Croatia are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And here's Perisic. Looking for options for movement. And he's... Can he finish? denied brilliantly.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Croatia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. There's the shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Stanisic clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, can he get onto this? That is ended up in no man's land. Pongracic. Modric. And it's Stanisic. Done delicately. And here's Budimir. Oh, just skips past his man. Shapes to shoot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. And that's asking too much of anyone and everyone. What a throw in. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Keeper has taken decisive action. Croatia are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Ronaldo wins the duel this time. Pongracic.
Croatia really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Kramaric. Kramaric was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him. He's having a hit! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Tries a shot! And that's a good finish. And there's the goal they've been looking for. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it.
Great chance! Bruno Fernandes. Croatia are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Kramaric. Now it's Budimir. Tries to pass it through. It's Perisic! He's done very well to get to that.
Perisic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 3 coming up. And that should get the job done. Tries one from range! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Guardiola is offering a right smile there.
Oh, he's burst through.
That was lovely, that.
So much. And the shot! Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So the action resumes.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Kovacic is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable. This is the time you need that pace.
And here's Budimir. He's having a pop! Sharp and fitting, but not quite.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Vitinha. Oh, it's come loose. Kramaric! And that's a sharp finish. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
And here's Rafael Leao. Kovacic.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Perisic receives it in a wide position. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Can he finish? They've got to be quick to recover this.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
There's the shot! And it's in! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And here's Budimir. Goes for the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. And it's Modric. Oh, shooting chance!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Now it's Rafael Leao. He's picked his way through, and it's been played through. And he's straight offside. Portugal are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Croatia get their fourth corner. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. João Cancelo. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. And here's Rafael Leao.
Such good technique.
Always goal side. Good claim. No margin for error there. And there goes the final whistle. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit. And those are very good qualities. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Perisic!
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
And it's Stanisic.
Kovacic.
Bruno Fernandes. Oh, good-looking ball.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Kovacic did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Not the best distribution from the keeper.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
This guy, João Cancelo, will be key, Peter, I think. OK, he might not be the strongest defensively, but his pace, his crossing, the creativity he shows higher up the pitch, all of those are second to none, especially the way he exploits those half spaces to find telling passes. It more than makes up for the odd defensive wobble.
No, he's having a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Modric. Now it's Budimir.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Cristiano Ronaldo! This time, surely! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Kovacic. For Perisic. Vardiol.
Nice looking ball. Spread neatly.
Deflected behind for a corner kick.
And we have our very first corner.
He's having a pop! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And here's Bernardo Silva. Kovacic.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Perisic. Budimir.
He's on it, can he get away?
Bruno Fernandes.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Rafael Leao. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Croatia unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And so the action is resumed. Portugal leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Rafael Leao is onto this. Cristiano Ronaldo! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Shutalo. Still just a single goal between the sides. And here's Kovacic, and that's gone loose. Bruno Fernandes looking understandably energised after his goal. And it's Stanisic.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Pasalic has it in a wide position. Pasalic with the... Oh, good effort! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to...
Oh, he's having a go! Cristiano Ronaldo, a class apart, out on his own. Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. 2 up now, and they are cruising. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Portugal are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it. Now they...
And one more try! Just cruising! They are cruising! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Portugal find a position of real strength now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Sutalo makes the interception.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking to play him in. And a chance! Oh, brilliant save.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Defending of the desperate variety. Croatia are looking to go forward now. Now it's Vlasic. Lobbed in behind. And he's quick to snatch it back. Portugal are looking to break at pace. That's a nicely shaped ball. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Vlasic. No, it's come to nothing. Real chance. Can he finish? That's that, the end. Portugal really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Bruno Fernandes taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Everybody standing for the national anthem of Croatia. That was special. Now stand by for this. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Luka Modric. He's so...
Cristiano Ronaldo! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Portugal with the corner, they're first.
Vardiol with the clearance.
Crosses it in.
Portugal with another corner.
Portugal have their second corner now. Sutalo tries to clear. And that's a throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back. It's a good run down the right. Bullish header! But he's left disappointed. Budimir. Now Pasalic. Stanisic.
He's got away.
And that pass just didn't quite work.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Stanisic. Now it's Kramaric. Looking for options for movement. Threads one in. That's a good chance for a shot!
A real chance and a real let-off.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Now it's Vitinha. Oh, no joy this time. Cleared away. Oh, he's having a go!
The crowd reaction tells you just how close that was.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
He's picked his way through. Stanisic has it in a wide position. Stanisic with the cross. Towering header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Looking for the run. And the through ball. Out of play for a goal kick.
Croatia always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
João Neves. Rafael Leao. Dinks one through. And this is Ronaldo. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Budimir running with the ball. Bruno Fernandes looking to pass their way up the pitch. Budimir.
This is the time you need that pace.
That's good running with the ball. Played out to the left flank. He's shifting through the gears here. He's had a shot! Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How would you review the first half?
It's a bit disappointing the way the team couldn't make the most of what looked like a pretty high-octane start, Peter. But this break should give them enough time to rediscover their focus and intent and start the second half in a similar manner. They have to keep believing.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. And we get things going again.
Portugal are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Modric. Can he get on the end of this? In towards the back stick. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Pasalic. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Rafael Leao. Rafael. Shot, surely!
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Now it's Rafael Leao. He's having a pop! Rafael Leao! That is wonderful! A finish right from the top draw. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Can he get it through? And it's Cancelo. And the shot! Oh, he's been caught napping. And again! And that's a tidy finish. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking them up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal.
Chance! And that's a sharp finish. It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
He's having a shot! Portugal suddenly appear frail.
Yes, from comfort zone to a stage of uncertainty, perhaps, and they can't drift into a carelessness, or this could get away from them.
Rafael Leao under intense pressure.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline. Portugal surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
He has found a way through. That is ended up in no man's land. Shoots! And that could have brought them level.
I don't think he can quite believe he didn't capitalise on that. He clearly fancied his chances.
That's the throw. So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. Matanovic coming on here as broadly expected.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Well, that has not gone well. Just 5 minutes left. Always onto this. Livakovic gets his hands on it and the danger is averted.
Portugal nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Vardiol, who does have an assist to his name. Now, what about a counter-attack? João Neves. Bruno Fernandes. Matanovic. Pasalic. Stanisic. And that's that. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows to... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Everybody standing for the national anthem of Croatia. That was special. Now stand by for this. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
And we're underway.
Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah.
He's having a pop! And it's a goal!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Ruben Dias. Great vision. Šutalo. And it's Kovacic. Now it's Kramaric. Spread it left. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Oh, it's come loose. Now it's crossed.
Oh.
Gets his head on it!
Harmlessly behind.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Portugal leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is...
Cristiano Ronaldo!
And it's come back out to him.
And no mistake. They are purring, truly purring.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Shot a goal!
Crossed in again.
Oh, great leap!
Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what a miss this time, surely!
It goes to show he is human after all.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Vitinha. Pedro Neto. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Perisic. Kovacic. Pedro Neto looking to add to his goal. That's beautifully weighted. Can he finish? And he couldn't finish.
Rafael Leao really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Modric to Kovacic. Modric. Oh, good-looking ball. And it's Bruno Fernandes. João Neves does well to get it back. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Bruno Fernandes. Rafael Leao. He's having a hit!
He's done very well to get to that.
Rafael Leao clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Portugal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. It's a pretty loose pass. Croatia are looking to go forward now. Great chance! Modric. Budimir. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before... It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Just cruising! They are cruising! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Budimir! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Portugal are relentlessly steamrolling their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply. So let's get the ball rolling. 45 minutes to change their fate. Kramaric! Sensational from Kramaric! About as smooth as it gets. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Croatia may be down, but not out just yet. He's in a great position here. Can he get it through? I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Nuno Mendes. And it's Neves. Now, can they get him away? Now, that looks a decent ball.
Well, that'll certainly improve their mood. All the talking, both tactical and motivational, in that half-time dressing room seems to have paid off for the moment, at least.
Pedro Neto. To Bruno Fernandes. Portugal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to...
Can he finish? And he's stuck it away. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And a really good game is threatening to break out here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
João Cancelo. Now it's Pedro Neto. And he's managed to get free. He's found a way through. And it's pulled back. Bruno Fernandes wins the duel this time. He's on it. Can he get away? He can run onto that. Oh, shooting chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Budimir actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 18.
Portugal choosing to make the first change. Gonçalo Ramos to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of go make a nuisance.
Oh, good climb! And that could have brought them level.
Kramaric is clearly gutted about that one, but he needs to shake it off and go again.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 23.
Portugal making further changes here and in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Modric. Now it's Kramaric. Ambitious ball here. Inacio is there and he can get that clear. Crosses it in here. Oh, good effort! And that could come back to haunt them. João Neves. Croatia are running out of time and out of options.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
Looking to play him in. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Portugal nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Pongracic. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering a wry smile there.
He's rising! Oh, the ball, in he goes again! Nearly, but not quite.
Foram indicados 6 minutos de compensação.
Vardiol. And it's Kovacic. Now it's Budimir. And it's Nunez. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Tries to play it through. And that is that. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Everybody standing for the national anthem of Croatia. Now that was impressive. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
And we're underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, the player Nuno Mendes is someone who's really impressed me as being a two-way player. Very confident, consistent, and always willing to take the...
Oh, he's all alone! Big chance! And he's done it!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And he's cut it out.
Budimir clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's got away. And no, he's seen through all of that. Sutalo, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. That's been cut out, well played. Rafael Leao tries to pass it through. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And a neat finish. They are purring, truly purring. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And yes, it's him again. So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit...
Can he finish?
It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. Stanisic.
Croatia really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now...
Modric! Off the post! And no, just off target. Budimir. It's Kramaric! João Neves. Rafael Leao, who's set up one goal so far. Oh, nicely intercepted. Stanisic. And here's Kramaric. Kovacic! He's got a goal! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Croatia cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Now it's Budimir. Nicely shaped ball. Good take, and is he in? No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's trying. Oh, good effort! And again! Croatia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Modric! Vitinha, deep into stoppage time. Threads one in, it's played through for him. And the referee says that is that for the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on it.
Shot, surely!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Nicely weighted ball, and he's straight offside. Now it's Kramaric, looking for the run. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. João Cancelo. Here's Rafael Leao. Oh, no joy this time. Still they trail, and time is ticking away. Now it's Budimir. Portugal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Schutalo. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Wriggles his way through. Well read, nice interception. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, shooting chance! Vardiol. And it's Perisic.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
João Neves cuts it out. 75 minutes played. Christian. Chance for a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Modric. Kovacic has found the net here, of course. Budimir. That's destined for the flank. João Cancelo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Ramos. Portugal couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. And here's Kramaric. It's Kramaric!
Kramaric made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
Nuno Mendes. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And here's Ramos. He shifted it to the flank. And a chance! Deftly away. Kovacic. Now it's Budimir. Spread out to the left. It's a promising position. Now it's Budimir. Budimir! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught napping. Stanisic. There's the header! And that's it. They chased and chased, but it wasn't to be. Croatia were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Effort unrewarded. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Everybody standing for the national anthem of Croatia. A truly great anthem. Now, can they do better? It is a monster matchup, Jim Begley.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
So we're very much on the way now.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively. But it used to...
He's had a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Was there ever any doubt?
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
So, a breakthrough already. Budimir!
Budimir really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
João Cancelo. Pedro Neto. Knocks it into space. Oh, that's a very... And he shoots! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly showing us exactly how to get in behind the defence, followed by, unfortunately, how not to finish.
Kramaric. Nice-looking ball. And that has been knocked clear. Bruno Fernandes. Wriggles his way through. And he is deftly away. And he's running through.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, important interception. Stanisic. Croatia are looking to break at pace. Perisic in acres of space out wide. Has a look and plays it forward. And here's Neto. Kovacic. Now it's Kramaric. Kramaric charging forward, the ball at his feet. Is there any support? It shapes to shoot! And it's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Croatia are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
He'll try from distance!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
João Cancelo. That has not gone well. And it's Stanisic. And here's Kramaric. It's Kramaric! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Yeah, but you only need to look across to the sideline to see what one makes of that, Peter.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Over to the right flank. That's been cut out, well played. Vitinha. And this is Ronaldo. That's a nicely shaped ball. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So your views on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
João Cancelo.
Now it's Vitinha.
Modric. And the counter is on.
He has found the way. Kramaric! Sensational from Kramaric! He's got himself an absolute peach. And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
I just thought that was going to hit the outside of the post for a moment there, but it just curled enough to catch the inside for a very good strike.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Bruno Fernandes was in no mood for any of that. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
He's going for goal!
The crowd reaction tells you just how close that was.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
Nuno Mendes. And it's Bruno Fernandes.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Has another go!
Oh, he has leathered that. Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Modric. More and more pressure on the ball here. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now? Budimir! That is decidedly lacking.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
João Cancelo.
Now it's Vitinha. He's picked his way through. Space for him to turn and look. And the shot!
Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Spirited, to say the least. Certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
Real chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Vitinha. Great defending, strong and determined.
Portugal clearly are.
And that's a sharp finish. It's offside, I think. Yes, it is offside.
He went just a smidgen too early, Peter.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Time then for the first substitution of the game. Gonzalo Ramos coming on here as broadly expected.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Modric. And it's Stanisic. Now it's Budimir. He's having a hit! Another one of football's and how moments.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
And the shot! He lifts the roof! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! Simplicity itself.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Portugal found a way, forcibly. Now they must hold out.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question, how long is there left, including stoppages?
Ruben Dias. Now Gonzalo Inacio. And it's Neves. It's Modric! He's got away with one there.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 20.
So here comes the substitution.
Número 23. Vão dar os seus lugares a
Portugal.
número 5.
And that's it. Croatia illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing. Well, after all of that, Jim, what do you think? Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Everybody standing for the national anthem of Croatia. That was special. Now stand by for this. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
We're up and running. Getting up there! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
And it's Vitinha. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Perisic.
This is the time you need that pace.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Bruno Fernandes is one of the truly outstanding midfielders. He's someone I see as being arguably the best of the crop in the current generation of box-to-box playmaker.
And a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Stanisic. And here's Neto. Croatia, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Goes for a shot! Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Rafael Leao. Now it's Pedro Neto, and he's managed to get free. Pedro Neto. A lot of shapes to shoot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Spirited, to say the least. Certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
Modric. Stanisic. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, that's delightful. He has found the way through. Nuno Mendes. Impressive jump. No, not the best of headers. Modric. Spreads it out wide. Oh, nicely intercepted. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Pedro Neto. Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Kramaric. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Sutalo calmly anticipates. Vardiol. Well, there's a probing ball. And now the breakaway. He's found a way through. Vitinha carries the ball down the right. So what can they make of this? Pongracic kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Vlasic.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He's got away. Good ball, good take. Vlasic. Vlasic! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And again! And he has kept it out somehow.
Kramaric clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
The midway point of the game.
Well, both sides have been full of effort, industry, endeavour, and the stats are screaming good things at us. So it's been a very good watch for the neutrals so far, and I'm really looking forward to what's to come in the second half. This could get unpredictable.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And so the action is resumed. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Pongracic makes the interception. Now, can they get him away? And he plays one through. Oh, that's fabulous.
Real chance! He's got a goal! And there is your opener.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Croatia have fired themselves.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo!
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that.
Pedro Neto! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Real chance.
Shot a goal!
And the keeper couldn't hold it.
Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
Perisic. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Has to go back here.
He's had a shot! Well taken goal. Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Ruben Dias. Cristiano Ronaldo looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, he's profited handsomely already in this match, and at last their sense of danger has brought them to a possible solution.
Šutalo. Pongracic. Now Modric.
He'll try from distance. Goal, Portugal! And the comeback is complete. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. So, time for a potential game changer.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Portugal with the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do.
Shoots! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
So, a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Well, for me, this was the
Oh, good effort! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Looking for the run. Šutalo gets over and intercepts.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Foram indicados 6 minutos de compensação.
João Neves. Rafael Leao. Now this could be a chance. Modric. And Croatia can counter-attack now. And that will be it. Portugal have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Cristiano Ronaldo picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
Well, I've just got to give them great credit for the way in which they've managed to turn this around. Going behind seemed to strengthen their resolve, and it's been a wholehearted reaction and an absolutely terrific win.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. It is a true heavyweight clash.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about this.
Towering header! No, couldn't quite control it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Kovacic. He's looking wide. He is through here. He's shifting through the gears here. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Skims one in. And the keeper gets his hands on it. He's a sharp little ball here. In comes the corner. Portugal are looking to go forward now. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I know people are probably going to knock me as being biased towards my trade, but when you have some...
Bruno Fernandes!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
And here's Rafael Leao. Vardiol. No goals as yet. João Cancelo. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And here's Neto. He'll try from distance. Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition...
He's going for goal! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, he doesn't half hit a clean strike. The moment he was in that position, you knew he was going to smash it.
Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pedro Neto. Vardiol tries to clear. Rafael Leao. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Steaming shapes to shoot!
And it's in! They are purring, truly purring.
And that really is so impressive.
Mérito para Portugal. Aos 34 minutos de jogo, com a camisola número 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Perisic is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
He's gone for goal!
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.